Okay, so the new Huawei phone, the Mate XT, just came out and it's already breaking. Just look at this. Quote, you've probably seen the Mate XT, right? I bet you haven't seen one like this. It's broken. That's how I always say, if you're buying something like this, get the screen protector plan. This thing is way too fragile. And it's not the only one. Look at this other guy who got their new phone, unboxed it, and it already broke before he came and set it up. Here's another user sharing their broken phone, who their brother had just brought the phone that afternoon and it already broke. It got so bad, they sold the owner for a popular Chinese electronics store had to say about it.
This might be the first Mate XT in China to have a screen issue right after being unboxed. He sent it to a customer, and as soon as it was powered on, they noticed a line on the screen. Now they have to return it to Huawei.
The launch was so bad, this is what Chinese people are saying about it. Quote, buying a new Huawei foldable phone is so people with too much money and too little sense. It's basically just an intelligence test. And they aren't really wrong for real. The thing with foldable phones is that the foldable screens are really fragile. That's why most manufacturers include the outer screen to protect the fragile inner screen, because of the way the new Huawei phone folds, there is no outer screen to protect the fragile inner screen. Did I mention the phone was also $5,000? You heard that right. This phone is over $5,000. For that price, you can buy a phone, a tablet, and a laptop all come out together, and it will probably still cost less than this one phone. And because the phone is a first generation phone, you have to make a lot of compromises with the image quality, battery life, fingerprint, and the components of the phone. And not to mention, no apps are really optimized for this phone in particular, so quality of apps is bad and apps either crash and don't work properly with this phone. But not to mention, there are even reports that Huawei stole Samsung's technology. If you remember, a couple years ago, 12 South Koreans working with China and the CCP sold Samsung's technology to China for around $25 million, I believe. And that technology probably played a big factor in the making and development of this phone. But yeah, a couple years ago, Samsung showed their own version of their own tri-foldable phone. But after reviews and tests, they came to the conclusion that the phone was too fragile and was not ready to be put in the market yet. And even after all of these conclusions, Huawei still released their own version of this phone and not having the same problems as Samsung. But yeah, something about this sounds really familiar, doesn't it? Except for the phone stealing. It's the same experience as when Samsung first released that first foldable phone. I remember when the phone first came out around 5 years ago, reviewers got their hands on the phone and the phone started breaking just like the new Huawei phone. Even though Samsung worked on the phone for 8 years, it started issues with it, and many reviewers' phones were just breaking and falling apart. And this right here is the issue with many first-gen phones. They're just out of the company and the lab, and they just hit the market, and usually they have many problems with them. There are many issues of this. The first iPhone had many issues with it. Even the first, remember 5-6 years ago, like I said, the first Samsung foldable phone, and now this phone. I hope this is a lesson to everyone that watches this video to not buy first-gen products unless you have a bunch of money and you just like tech. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, help out a college student, and just keep watching for more tech informative videos soon.